My stepmother tried to eat me. They found her pot buried behind the hut. Inside was a small doll made of my hair, teeth, and fingernails. She had been feeding it with blood. I remember the day my real mother died. I was 8 years old. It rained hard that morning. She had gone to the river to wash clothes. People said she slipped and hit her head on a rock. But I always felt something was wrong. She never used to go to the river on rainy days. After she died, everything changed. My father cried for 2 days. Then 1 month later, he married Mama Sadiya. People in the village said she came from far away. Nobody really knew her family. She was pretty, and she smiled a lot. But even as a child, I felt something in her smile. It never reached her eyes. At first, she was kind to me. She made food and brought it to me herself. She called me my son, but it felt strange coming from her mouth. She touched my head too often, always looking into my eyes too long, like she was reading something behind my face. After a few weeks, she changed. She started telling my father I was misbehaving, that I talked in my sleep, that I was stealing food. My father used to defend me, but her voice was soft, and she cried fake tears. She made him feel guilty. Slowly, he changed too. One night, I spilled water by mistake while eating. My father slapped me so hard I saw black. He had never done that before. Another time, she told him she saw me near the graveyard talking to myself. I wasn't even near there, but my father didn't care. He said, "This boy is cursed." That's when he told me I would move into the small mud hut behind the house. I lived there alone. That was when the strange things started. At night, I heard whispering at my window. It wasn't loud. It was soft, like the wind. But it always called my name. Danlami. Danlami. When I looked outside, I saw a woman standing just far enough that I couldn't see her face. When I opened the door, she was gone. At first, I thought it was just a dream. Then it happened again. Every night, I told my father. He beat me and locked the door with a rope from outside. I began to lose weight. I had no appetite. I coughed blood. I had dreams of drowning in black water. My hair came out in a handful. My nails bent backward and snapped. My teeth hurt like they were being pulled. One day, I fainted. The village herbalist said it was just a fever. They gave me herbs. Nothing changed. My body was weak, but my dreams were worse. I dreamed of someone sitting on my chest and laughing. One afternoon, Mama Sadiya called me to her hut. She was an old woman who lived near the trees. Some people feared her. But I didn't. She looked at me and said, "This sickness is not from God." She gave me a kola nut, cracked it open, and looked inside. Then she burned incense and watched the smoke. She didn't smile. She said, "It is your stepmother. She is not what you think." I told her I didn't understand. She leaned close. "She's a witch. And she's feeding on you." I wanted to cry, but no tears came. Mama Sadiya gave me black charcoal and told me to draw a circle around my bed before I sleep. She said to draw it with my own hand and say no words while doing it. If the stepmother was really using evil, she would not be able to cross the circle. That night, I waited until no one was watching and drew the circle with shaky hands. I didn't sleep. I kept a knife beside me, though I knew it wouldn't help. At midnight, I heard it scratch. Scratch. Scratch, then the voice, "Danlami. Open the door. I brought you meat. Your favorite." I kept silent. the door creaked. I didn't move. I was sweating. My heart beat so loud I thought she could hear it. Then she stepped inside. It was Mama Sadiya, but it wasn't. Her feet didn't touch the ground. Her shadow didn't match her body. Her eyes were black. She looked at me, saw the circle, and stopped. She smiled. Her teeth were long. Her lips cracked. Then she hissed like a snake. Loud. Angry, she screamed my name, but not like a human. Like something older than a person. The heart shook. The air became heavy. But she didn't cross the circle. She turned and vanished into the dark. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. I waited until morning, ran barefoot to. She smiled. Her teeth were long. Her lips cracked. Then she hissed like a snake. Loud. Angry, she screamed my name, but not like a human. Like something older than a person. The heart shook. The air became heavy. But she didn't cross the circle. She turned and vanished into the dark. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. I waited until morning, ran barefoot to Mama Lomi, and told her everything. Later that day, Mama Lomi went to the elders. They came to my hut and asked where she usually walked. We went behind the hut, where the bushes grew thick. They dug the ground. What they found made the men step back and spit. It was a pot. Not like any village cooking pot. It was black. Covered in dried herbs and bones. Inside was a doll made of my torn shirt. My teeth were stuck into its chest. My fingernails were tied around its neck. My hair was wrapped like a crown on its head. And it smelled like blood. Rotten blood. The imam came. They burned the pot. The moment it caught fire, we heard screaming from the main house. We ran there and found Mama Sadiya on the floor, shaking and foaming from the mouth. She woke up screaming, her voice broken. She tried to run, but the villagers stopped her. The elders said, "We cannot kill her, but she cannot stay." They banished her. She walked into the forest barefoot, without saying a word. No one ever saw her again. I stayed with Mama Lomi until I grew strong again. My father never spoke of her. He never even said her name again. Years later, I still see her in my dreams. At my window. Watching. Waiting, so I still sleep inside a charcoal circle. Just in case, not everyone who calls you my child means you well.